spirituality or failing reality. Oh my God, Sheikhy Chic, he's a genius. He's a genius. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Whatever you want, your world is yours. Is it really spirituality if you are afflicted by the lowest realm of reality, the lowest known realm of reality, which is apparently this physical, tangible, material existence that you claim so much it doesn't matter? They say mind over matter, but their matter is way behind mind. Whatever you why your world is yours, or whatever the fuck. They say mind over matter, but matter got them fucked up in their material paradigm. Hey, is it spirituality for real? Or is it just individuals facing reality? Now let's get articulate. I'll be having fun with this shit. Shit is crazy, bro. In what world do we take advice from individuals who just seek to avoid the responsibilities of the tangible material existence that is the blessing that they will call a curse that is living on earth? Listen, as an embodied spirit, a spirit with a body, you should recognize that being alive is one of the greatest privileges that you could have. You know, a lot of people think that life sucks and they're like, oh, I didn't sign up for life. Oh my God, I didn't ask for this. It's like, but you have a body in a plethora of dimensions where many no longer have bodies. You still have a body. Your soul, you're going to have a soul because you are a soul, but you have a body. So that means you have to play by the rules of the physical world. Now, you can enjoy much pain or much pleasure, or you can experience much pain and much pleasure on this plane. But you know, that's the name of the game. The name of the game is, if you're going to have a body and be alive, then you must abide by the rules of the material world and live responsibly. You know, the less responsibly you live, the more out of alignment with the rules of this bodily world, level of materialization, existence, universe, energy, creation, the more irresponsible you are down here, the more your life is going to be fucked up. You know, so, you know, they call it spirituality, but you realize most people are just like extremely mental infants. They're extremely mentally infantile, and they just do anything possible to delude themselves from dealing with basic responsibilities of reality. Now, when we say sober, fit, enlightened, and getting rich, you know, these are the qualities of an individual who is living in the highest level of accordance, concordance, congruence, alignment with the laws of existence down here. Whatever you are, your world is yours. And the addicted, out of shape, I guess you're not applying the knowledge. Some of y'all have knowledge, I don't apply it. Not having knowledge, the ignorant, and the broke, the financially destitute. These are all indications of poverty, and poverty is a byproduct of not being in alignment with the laws that are demanding your obedience. You know, so you're just being disobedient to the universal laws. So it's either you don't know them or you do know them and you're transgressing against them. And this is why books like the Quran says they will transgress against themselves. That word transgression is crazy. Are you transgressing or are you transcending? Oh my God, he's a genius. It happens in real time like this. This is just how I live. Whatever why your world is yours. So, you know, there are rules down here. If you get in alignment with them, you live forever blessed. You know, the books, the Bible, the Quran, the Upanishads, all the books, they basically teach you about conduct. You know, how to conduct yourself in a way that's going to be beneficial towards your existential experience. Now, like I said, the more you're out of alignment with these things, the more you're disobedient with these things, the lower your conduct, you know, the more stress you're going to have. So that's the thing. Spirituality or failing at reality. You know, a lot of people will call it what they want and they'll enter like these kind of like subjective areas, but you have to look at it like objective evidence most things, we the people hold these truths to be self-evident. A lot of truth is self-evident. Like, so when you look at an individual's life and you see the presence of stress, you see the presence of friction, of affliction, you know, then you are seeing some form of incongruous conduct ruining itself as the expression of stress. I can't take advice from people who are still experiencing problems that I've already solved. Whatever you why your world is yours. Sober, there's no problem there. Fit, no problem there. Enlightened, no problem there. Getting rich, no problem there. Addicted, there's a problem there. Out of shape, we got problems there. Not having knowledge, biggest problem on earth. Fuck, dude. Not having money, problem. Right? Why your world is yours. So we get down to the nitty gritty of everybody wants to have these like subjective ass debates, but there's no real subjective, nothing about this shit. A lot of this shit is purely objective. Your experience is subjective though. So the objective laws of the universe are present, and depending on your alignment or congruence with them through your conduct, right, then you create a subjective experience. So a lot of people think that, I watch a lot of Scarface, a lot of people think that my brand, it may have something to do with it, I don't know, but there was no lineage. Like I watched Scarface and I was like, no, your world is yours. But pay attention to this. Objective laws in the universe, your subjective experience is contingent upon your alignment based on your conduct with these laws. If you obey these laws, they're more conducive to a pleasurable, enjoyable existential condition. If you disobey these laws, your disobedient conduct becomes the inconducive conduct, which presents and creates stress in your own life and lowers the quality of your own existence. So the world is not yours. The universe is not yours, right? The world isn't yours, but your world is yours. Your world is yours. So your subjective world, you unto yourself as an entity, as a self-governing entity, as a product of the universe, as a creation, propelled into being by higher creation, your subjective experience, I can't not say it how I gotta say it, because if you just don't get it, you just don't get it. I can't help that. That only blocks the people who really could understand what I'm saying from actually getting exactly what they need. Your subjective experience, your world is yours. So the laws are out there. You can't break gravity. So if I just decided to say, hey, fuck this, I ain't just gonna float and rise to the fucking surface of the atmosphere. It's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So there are other rules here. It would be very wise if you consider yourself any degree of enlightened to learn these rules. And your degree of existential bliss, elevation, transcendence will be determined by your own conduct and determined by whether or not you're transgressing or evolving, elevating, ascending, and transcending yourself through the mastery of the awareness of the laws, and then the mastery of the applied self towards the laws and becoming an instrument of the law. He's a genius. He's a genius. He's a genius. It's happening as... See, this is what happens. When you become like real effortless about this shit, it's just real, bro. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised. Spirituality or failing at reality. Listen, if you got stress in your life, where I don't have stress I don't even have stress in my life. Because at the root of it all, it's like you are your problem. So unless you solve you, then you're just anyway. If you're addicted, you're stressed out. If you're out of shape, you're stressed out. We already know. If you don't have the right information, you're definitely stressed out. You probably don't even know you're stressed out. You just walk around this world confused. You have no choice but to have an affliction in your life because you're unaware and you're just like having to go through trial and error, more like trial, error, and no correction. You know, damn, shit sucks. God damn, why don't people learn? And then, you know, you don't got no money, and you really, you can't tell me you living good. It's quiet. It's quiet. Don't work like that. You feel me? So whatever you want, your world is yours. Consider vibrations raised. I could give y'all all the mindset in the world until you truly want to become a better human for your own sake and to like save yourself from your own existential afflictions that are only sustained by your attachment to very ineffective ways of being. Until you want to actually like say, fuck this, there is a better way. Let me just like live my better life instead of coming up with bullshit ways of trying to get around the rules of life. Until you want to be a better human for yourself, sincerely and genuinely. Like, I ain't really with the high pressure shit. Like, you know, because like I said, your world is yours. So what that means is your subjective, we established this here. Your subjective experience within the universe is yours. Your subjective experience within the laws of life, within the world, is yours. Your world is yours. So really, only you have to suffer the experience of mediocrity, of stress, of affliction, of all that other shit. And while everybody else who falls into alignment, they call it the laws of God, just the creative forces. You know, everybody who falls into alignment with that at a high degree become very conducive to their own life, and they just live conducive lives based on their conduct, which is harmoniously conductive with the laws that are conducting themselves, which have created everything that exists. Ain't nobody really talking to y'all like this, and nobody's really giving y'all like, hey, he's actually it, you know. There's different temperaments from the wise ones. And if we look at Mount Olympus, for example, the folklore of Mount Olympus, you know, Aries had their own attitude and their own temperament. Aphrodite had, you know, Athena had their own, Zeus had their own, Hades had their own, Achilles had their own, Hercules had it. Everybody got their own swag, you know, but trust me, the enlightened ones are sitting atop the mountain. And sometimes they come down and descend and try to interact with the rest. But you can rise to the top. You can rise to the top, and I want you to rise to the top. And I want you to get your seat on your throne, and you know, and seize your spot on the mountain. You know, but like I said, it's gonna take you letting go of your mortal mindset and stepping into your true divine and immortal mindset. Whatever you are, your world is yours. I'm just tired of holding back, and I'm tired of like I'm just me. Sheikhy Chic, whatever you are, your world is yours. Get in the program. Love yourself enough to be yourself, and see how much life you can afford through your own conduct. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised. Spirituality, failing at reality. Are you transgressing or transcending? He's a fucking genius.